Okay, so pelvic floor exercises. Another major symptom and problem during perimenopause and after childbirth as well. So is incontinence. So pelvic floor muscles, if we can keep these nice and strong, it will help. So pelvic floor muscles run from the front of the pelvis bone all the way back to the coccyx. So they kind of, if you imagine a big sleeve of muscles right underneath, and they're holding up everything in the pelvic area. So all the way from here, big sleeve, all the way to the back. Those muscles hold everything in place. So when you get a bit of leakage or something, it just means those muscles aren't as strong. So, and obviously through perimenopause, estrogen does start to affect our muscles and bones. So these muscles get affected, and keeping them nice and strong will help you with any kind of long-term incontinent problems and things. So where are our pelvic muscles and how do we feel them? So we've just explained where they are and how they work. So if you take your two fingers and kneel up, sitting down, pop your fingers and find the two fingers here onto the sticky out part of the bone of your hips. Then move them in 2 inches, okay? So you can now press in a little bit, and in there is your really deep internal tummy muscles, okay? So now what I want you to do is just sit and completely relax here. A little bit of pressure where your fingers are. And as we take a deep breath in, on the exhale, I want you to imagine you are bursting to go to the toilet, and do the action you would do if you were trying to stop yourself going to the toilet. So as you exhale, you'd hold on. You breathe in and release. Exhale. And again, breathe in. Exhale. Okay, so can you feel it? So this is the kind of feeling we're trying to get the hang of here. It's not easy to find the pelvic floor muscles, but the best way to explain it is as if you're bursting to go to the toilet. So if you're bursting to go to the toilet and you hold it internally, yeah? That is your pelvic floor muscles in there that you're contracting to try and stop yourself from going to the toilet. So what we want to do is not try to incorporate any other muscle groups into that. It's literally that feeling that we want. So again, let's take a deep breath in, relax. On the exhale, bursting for the toilet. And then if you push your fingers in a little bit, and breathe in, exhale. Now as you tighten those pelvic floor muscles, so relax on the inhale, exhale and tighten. Can you also feel those really tight, deep inner muscles in your tummy are contracting alongside? So they do work to assist the pelvic floor muscles there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to lay ourselves down. Okay, feet flat, knees bent. Again, you can hold your fingers there, but if you've got that movement a little bit, then what you want to do, again, is we're going to relax here. We're going to take a deep breath in, relaxed. On the exhale, tighten those pelvic floor muscles. Inhale and release. Exhale and tighten. Now, as you're laying down and doing it, you'll feel like your glutes and your butt muscles are a lot more relaxed. So, breathe in, relaxed. Exhale. Burst into the toilet and hold on to it. Now, what we don't want to do is feel that our bums are tensed right up. That way, we're not holding on to those pelvic floor muscles, we're just literally holding on to our glute muscles, okay? So again, it's mind over matter. You've really got to concentrate on finding those pelvic floor muscles. Again, breathe in, relaxed. On the exhale, you want to go toilet, hold it, hold it, hold it. Breathe in again, relaxed. And pelvic floor contracts as you exhale. Okay, so work through that a little bit longer if you need to, working on finding where that pelvic floor muscles are. Okay, once we've got that feeling and we can contract them, what we're going to do is nice and strengthen them up by some pulses. So what I want you to do is to hold, release, hold, release, hold, release, hold and release. So we're pumping it. 5 more. 4, 3, release, 2, release, 1, release. Okay, now we're going to hold. 1, 2, 3 and release. And 1, 2, 3. So everything is just in that pelvic floor. 3, release. And 1, 2, 3, release. 1, 2, 3, release. 1, 2, 3, release. 3, 2, 1 and release. So once you've got that feeling of pelvic floor, you can do them anytime, anywhere. Seated at your office at work, nice short sharp pulses and then longer hold and release, okay? If you've got time at home to do it as a relaxation as well, you can incorporate that into a breathing technique. You can do them laying in bed, so at night time, if you're struggling with your sleep, you can lay in bed, you can relax your mind, concentrate on your breathing, concentrate on your pelvic floor, then go into some kind of a meditation or a breathing exercise, and hopefully that will aid with a nice comfortable sleep for you. And you've done 3 in 1 there. You've done your pelvic floor, you've done your clear the mind and hopefully aid a peaceful longer sleep for you. And number 3, you've done a bit of you time. So you're focused on you. Very important in our busy lives. Okay, so what we are going to do now is I want you to take a deep breath in. Exhale and hold that pelvic floor. Relax the pelvic floor and gently tilt the pelvis up. Squeeze those glutes and take it back down. And again, breathe in, relaxed. Exhale, pelvic floor only. Now tilt up the pelvis, just off the floor. Let's strengthen up and release. So we start to incorporate the glutes here. Breathe in, exhale, pelvic floor, hold. Tuck under the glutes, squeeze and release. And some pelvic health here, so breathe in. On the exhale, tighten the pelvic floor. Incorporate the glutes, squeeze that bum and release down. 1 more here, breathe in. Exhale, pelvic floor. Keep that breath going and lift and tilt. And release. Okay, relax here now. I want you to come up into that tilt. And what we're going to do is as we squeeze our pelvic floor, we're going to squeeze up our muscles too. Are we ready? We're going to try and combine them both. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Well done, lower down gently. Now, did you feel both of those working at the same time? Or we're still trying to get the hang of this pelvic floor? Let's try again. So lift up those hips. You're not in a full bridge, we'll just gently lift it off. Are we ready? Support the pelvis, support by the glutes, and we squeeze pelvic floor and bums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax down there. Well done. Okay, another exercise you can add on We can take a nice deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to lift up the top part, slide our hands up the thighs, pull in our pelvic floor and release back down. We want to keep our neck nice and long in line with our spine, so nice deep breath in. Exhale, find your pelvic floor, pull the tummy muscles in, slide up and release back down. So you can start to incorporate tummy muscles here as well. So breathe in, exhale, pull on it and release. One more, breathe in. Exhale, again, find your pelvic floor first as you roll up and release. And then if you're feeling nice and super confident and brave, we can pull up here. We can hold this tummy contraction, and as we pulse, we can pulse in our pelvic floor. Are we ready? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down gently. How do we get on with those? Should we do one more? So nice deep breath in, relaxed. Exhale, slide up those thighs, find that tummy contraction, pull in that pelvic floor, and here we go. We pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down gently. Well done. Now just bring your knees into your chest. A little gentle rock side to side here. And relax. Okay, so we're going to come slightly gently up to a sitting point. So there you go, pelvic floor. So what the aim to do is to try and find those pelvic floor muscles and start to get the feeling of contracting those and working those. Again, like I said, you can sit at your desk, you can contract, I can contract my pelvic floor muscles just sitting here. So if it's something you struggle with daily, get working them, get them stronger. And then the more you get into connection with the feeling of pelvic floor, we can then you'll start using your pelvic floor through normal exercise. And that will just get it stronger and stronger. So like we did incorporate those glute raises there, again, build on that. Again, imagine that you can feel the pelvic floor and the bum muscles tightening at the same time. Again, we then incorporate a few abdominal exercises for the tummies. So take it at a pace you're comfortable with. If it's something that's just come in to your life with pelvic floor, but you're relatively active or you're at the gym all the time and it's now starting to affect your exercise, really concentrate on that pelvic floor area and you'll be able to incorporate that into a lot more sit-ups, a lot more. You can probably take it up to a higher bridge and glute. So your exercise hopefully doesn't need to be affected for too long if you can just engage the brain into where those pelvic floor muscles are. Okay, so have a go, see how you get on, and get out there, start pelvic floor fasting. I'll see you soon.